Welcome to Flat Out Racing Bets. We're here today to provide you some insight on the AdventHealth 400 from Kansas Motor Speedway. All we ask is that you like and subscribe, leave comments, and we'll throw it to our the man from Minnesota, Mr. Todd Hurst. The Timberwolves are up 1-0 on the Denver Nuggets, so I'm
Yeah,
surprised you're early this morning after that crazy night.
that's a great game last night. Yep. Timberwolves take a 1-0 lead. Twins have won 12 in a row. People are excited here in Minnesota for sports.
All right.
But we're going to talk about racing
All right.
instead.
And
Yeah.
also the mouth of the South from Southside Indianapolis, Kevin Hurst, you're here today. How
Yeah.
do you feel
Take
about this
what?
race?
Well, Kyle Larson. I think that's how we feel about the race, right? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what Todd's got. Let's see what his statistics say, and we can go from there. But look at that guy back there, huh? Sleeper pick today. But
Yeah.
Todd, what do you think, Todd? Let's go. Let's see what you got for the fans. Come on.
Well, qualifying was interesting yesterday. Now, I was unable to listen, but was able to watch it, oddly enough. I don't know what happened to the 24 in qualifying because he looked real strong in practice, pre-qualifying. But, David, we've talked about this before. We don't like this practice, 2 sessions of practice and then qualifying. Things get mixed up a little bit. But I'm looking at an array of drivers today. The number 20, Christopher Bell, put down a good lap in qualifying, of course. It looked good in practice. And he's in a Toyota. The number 45 of Tyler Reddick also looked good in practice, looked good on his long stints. And then I'm going to go with a couple Chevys in the number 1, Watermelon Man, and the number 9, Mr. Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's been looking pretty strong. He's getting, he looks like he's improving, and the man has yet to have a pit speeding penalty this year.
Oh,
I think that's going to come into play for him.
Hmm.
But he looked good last year or yesterday, so that's what I'm going with. I'm not going to go with Larson or Hamlin just because there's Larson's plus 200, Hamlin's plus 450. There's a lot of value in these guys, and I think some of these guys are sick of seeing the 5 and 11 up front. So maybe we'll revert back to the mid 90s, and these guys will do something about it with the chrome horn.
whoa.
Hmm.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
William Byron hit the wall.
did he?
So
Thank
that's
you.
what
He
happened to
did.
him. So
Okay.
he's coming from the back. It's, it's gonna be a tall order. Looks like Kevin, you like William Byron. So
Yeah.
convince me that William Byron is gonna be able to pass 38 cars today.
No problem. You know where he's going to do it? On pit road. Pit road is going to be the spot today for William Byron. So overall, he is number 2 on pit road time in and out, followed by Martin Truex, and he's got one of the top 5 fastest crews on pit road. They're going to have to make some moves on pit road today, but car looked good in final practice. I think he knows where the air was at. So I am on William Byron today. He's plus 1100 to win. I am also on Tyler Reddick. He is at plus 650 to win today. That's of course on DraftKings. And like Todd, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on Chase Elliott today at plus 1500. He again has one of the fastest crews on pit road. I think we're starting to see a lot of strategy here on pit road. I think we need to look at some of the numbers there. Kyle Larson's got an open spot in front of his box today, so that's going to help him a little bit. I think last time, let's see, Larson is still sitting plus 240. So he's going to be a contender, right? But I do like Chase Elliott. He's got some really good numbers in these last 5 races. If you look at his start to finish ratio, I think they've been pretty solid. And today could be his day. He didn't fare too well early on in the season, but they made some changes. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think there's a couple other guys you can take a look at, dabble some money in for some top 10 here and there. But I don't know. What do your numbers say there, David Hurst? Who do you
Well,
got?
I mean, it's highly, highly unfortunate what we got here. We got Larson and Hamlin, and their numbers are extremely low, 250, 400. How do you bet them? Got Reddick at plus 650. I like Reddick. 45 cars won 3 the last 4 races here at Kansas. So could that continue?
Yeah.
The 2311 cars are very good. That leads me to a man named Bubba Wallace. I think we got to use him some way, somehow. Maybe not a win. Maybe not a win today. But I'm trying to see what I got here. I'm probably going to bet him as a top 10. Bubba Wallace, possibly top 5. That car, if he can just, I think his confidence is the thing that gets rattled sometimes. And I think he comes here and he's got a good mindset. And I think we can see a good result here today from Bubba Wallace. Got him here for a let me see here, man. I don't know how to work all these computer screens. I wish I had information up everywhere. So I'm gonna have
That's
to look
all
at my
right.
phone. No, I have to look at my phone real quick. Just pardon
You
me.
can get him top 5. You get Bubba Wallace top 5 right now, plus 300 on
Plus
Bet
300.
365. Yeah,
That's
That's
where I'm
not bad.
probably going. I mean, geez,
that's the top
plus
5.
plus 300.
Is his dad going to be at the track today? That might help.
Michael Jordan? Is Michael Jordan at the track?
Not
No, I
Michael
was saying
Jordan's
Bubba
dad.
Wallace's dad, his actual
Oh.
father. Yeah.
Oh,
No, not his
I don't
adopted.
know. Does that correlate for him if his father's at the race or what? Do you have any information on that?
Well, he had a lot of success in truck racing when his father used to show up to the racetrack, and then his father, he
Rusty?
had a falling out with his father, and we see what happened.
Wow.
Well, you and I could
Yeah.
have success in a truck race. So if we just had the proper equipment. So I don't know. Joey
Not
Speed of
Logano,
that truck race.
Joey Logano today, if you want to get some value, a top 10 plus
Okay.
175, it's not out of the question for Logano to just lurk in that area. Ryan Blaney also plus 130 for a top 10. If you just I'm trying to find something to bet because if I start putting money on Kyle Larson, I'm not going to have much money to spread around to anybody else because there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully the
don't know
wheels
who could beat him.
fall
I
off
really
for
like
him.
William Byron, but I don't like 36 starting spot. It's going to be really hard.
I think if Byron can make it out of stage 1 unscathed, I do agree with Kevin that he's got a good chance. Unfortunately, in front of him is Jimmy Johnson. We'll just leave it at that. I mean, he's got 2 cars behind him. The 15 and the 16, I think. He's got a lot in front of him that he's going to have to stay away from, and those guys are flirting with disaster riding on that outside lane. So if he can keep the car out of trouble and watch those tires in that first stage and then use the pits to move him up, I think he will be a factor at the end of the race. We'll see what happens.
Hey, I also found something here. I was just on 1.5 mile tracks, the last 10 races on 1.5 mile tracks, the second best driver with the average finish is Daniel Suarez. Now, I don't know if we can trust him or not, but he's plus 400 for a top 10. There's another bit of information maybe you could come and use. You could use him in DraftKings, Daily Fantasy, something like that. I think he's starting 27th, so he's got a long way to go and a long way to hold.
Cinco de Mayo pick.
Oh, this is, well, trends from a conspiracy theory standpoint.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, that's a good call out there. Kevin, that's fantastic. All right, well, we'll sprinkle some on Daniel Suarez then for the conspiracy factor.
Yeah. I prefer Cinco de Mayo over the Star Wars nonsense I had to hear several times yesterday.
Yeah.
When did this stuff start? But I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, big group
That's
of
for
nerds
sure.
got together, and may the 4th be with you. Yep.
Yeah. So wait, we're looking at Gibbs.
Unfortunate.
We're looking at Gibbs. We're looking at Hendrick. We're looking at 2311. I don't know anybody else can beat these 3 teams. But let's go to the weak links on these 2 cars. Alex Bowman, Ty Gibbs. Can we play them some way, somehow?
Yep, you can actually. So there's a matchup on DraftKings. Blaney versus Bowman. Blaney's minus 125. 125. So there's not a lot of juice, but I don't know. Alex Bowman, man, his numbers tell the story. He's been in some trouble here lately. If you look at his intermediate track numbers, he's just struggling a little bit. I think he's averaging like a 24th place finish. So I am going to take that line. I'm going to take that matchup. I'm going to put some money on Blaney to beat Bowman today. Other than that, I did not really see anything where you could take a look at those guys. But that matchup should be pretty solid, I think.
Yeah, I saw only one that caught my attention, and it's Bowman versus Gibbs. Ty Gibbs. Bowman's plus 140. If that's where I wanted to go, but I think I trust the Toyota a little bit more. I think I would trust. So man, I think I'm out. I think I'm out on race matchups. I made a bet earlier this week, Chris Buescher over Noah Gragson, and then Noah Gragson goes out and qualifies third. So, wow, that worked out real well for me. But, oh well.
We'll see what he can do in the race.
What do you think about Noah? You can get him for a top 10 today at plus 135. He ran well there last year. I kind of feel like he's kind of like Chase Briscoe. We've stared at his numbers. We've talked about him a little bit, but I wish I had a little more faith in the Fords. I really do.
Overlooked him. I overlooked Noah Gragson, and then on the qualifying broadcast yesterday, they mentioned about how he's good up on the wall, and then I started thinking back. Well, that's right, man. He's really good at Homestead. He kicks their ass at Homestead in the Xfinity car, and so yeah, man. I don't know if we can trust Stuart Haas yet, but he's
No, you can't trust the Fords either. I mean, the Fords they're plus 250 today, and the Chevy and Toyota are all minus odds. So no one trusts the Fords right now. I still think you got to watch them prove themselves, and the only track they can prove themselves is Talladega. So
yeah, things like
I don't know. Is that engine gonna, is that horsepower gonna last for him? Is he gonna be able to stay where he is, even driving around the wall? We'll see.
I don't know. We might want to keep an eye on him, I guess. And so what'd you say that was? Plus 130 for a top 10?
He's plus 135.
Plus 135.
Top 10. I don't think that's a bad line for him. Yeah. I was looking at the results from Las Vegas, Kansas, Las Vegas, a little bit similar tracks. They ran pretty well at Las Vegas. And like I said, I feel like they're turning the corner a little bit. They're not competing for a win yet. But I think they're turning the corner. We'll have to see today. You could still get plus money on both Chevy and Toyota over at Bet 365 if you want to do that today.
So why wouldn't you just put, let's say you had money to burn. Why wouldn't you just put $50 on Chevy and Toyota, and you're likely to win a little bit. You're likely to win something. You would come out ahead, right?
By like $2.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's a meal at Long John Silver's right there. So.
There's people that bet. There's people that bet. Basketball games at minus 1,000.
Yes, thanks for bringing that up.
So I don't know.
I'll tell that story another day.
We got 6 Fords in the top 12 in qualifying. So let's not. You got Gragson, Cindric, McDowell, Logano, and Buescher. Is that only 5? Did I mention Chase Briscoe? Mm-hmm. Noah Gragson. So there's 6 of them in there.
Yeah.
So single car speed. They have speed. They're going to have to figure out how to race.
Yeah. Final practice. I think the only 2 you had was Gragson and McDowell up there. But
I definitely don't trust McDowell.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Nope.
All right. Well, let's just place our bets and see what happens, guys.
Yeah. So what's the best bet today? Todd, what do you have for your best bet today?
Best bet, I mean, in regards to chances or payout, it's the odds have updated on my site, wagerattack.com. And Tyler Reddick's gone from plus 700 to plus 550. Hamlin's moved from plus 450 to plus 400. Christopher Bell's dropping. Chase Elliott's plus 1,500. I mean, my best bet, if you really had to go for it, I'd probably go with Tyler Reddick at that plus 550. I mean, he's starting mid-pack, but he'll be fine. He's a smart driver. He loves these tracks. He's got a good car and smart crew chief. They'll put him back up front here real soon. And he looked fast yesterday. I don't know. We got burned by Larson at Texas. So I'm gonna stay away from him. I'm gonna go with Reddick.
He deserves to be the favorite. Larson deserves to be the favorite.
Sure.
Yeah.
So my best bet, -110, top 5, Tyler Reddick. I don't see how that can go wrong unless something evil happens. How about you, Kevin? What are you looking at?
-110, Reddick top 5.
Yeah, that's on Bet365.
All right. Yeah, I honestly, I'm going Noah Gragson today, top 10, plus 135. I like what I see, and I like that he's getting back to form. Kid can drive, man. I like it. So I do like Todd mentioned Chastain earlier today. I don't know if you looked at Ross Chastain today, but he's got some decent numbers around Kansas. So you may keep an eye on him. Let's see where he's at after stage 1. If we could get him a good +800, 900 number after stage 1, he runs in the top 15. We might have to look at his chances for a win today. But I'm going Noah Gragson, and have to see how this pans out. Kyle Larson definitely the favorite. They're going to be chasing him down today for sure.
They are. Denny Hamlin's been so hot that, eventually this thing's got to turn around. The odds are going to go that Kyle Larson is going to win one of these races real soon. So this probably is it.
We'll see. He's got a little motivation behind him.
If you like betting plus 200, have at it. Have at it.
Well, last time we bet plus 200, the damn wheel fell off. So
yeah, well,
do that again.
I didn't bet him that race, so
good job.
No big deal. No big deal. But I like this Chase Elliott plus 1,500. Why not? Let's try to win some. Let's try to win big on that. That's a good bet. So
I think so.
Go. All right, guys.
He's put that package together ever since we me said he should go break a bone and take a month off.
Yeah, ever since you slandered him, he's been running well.
Yeah. Word's getting out.
Okay. All right, let's get this race going, and possibly, we'll talk about it later. If not, we got Darlington next week. We got Indy cars at the Indy Road Course next Saturday. So look for that. Maybe we'll get some money on that. So I might make a video about that. So anything else, guys?
F1's in Miami. If you need to take a nap, you can turn on the F1 race in Miami if you have to get some shut-eye today.
Muy caliente. Very hot. So, yeah, I'm not watching that.
Muy stupido. Yeah.
All right. Good, Kevin?
I'm good. Let's see what William Byron does today, boys.
All right.
Yes.
I hope he can do it. I hope he does it for you.
We'll see.
All right.
Great.
Thanks, guys. We'll talk later.
Yeah.
Good luck, gentlemen.